What's going on, everybody? Jeff with PN Wild, and we're back with another gear review. Today I'm talking about Kuiu pants. From spring scouting to summer pants to super cold weather, winter hunting pants, down to my rain gear. So with this all being on the table, it's quite cluttered and it's hard to focus. So I'm going to remove all these and we're going to talk about them one at a time. But a quick overview of all of these pants on the table, and what we're talking about are the Kuiu Sierra Pants. Right here in an ash, we have the Kuiu Kutana Stretch Pants. We have the Kuiu Attack Pant, the world famous, probably the #1 voted attack pant from Kuiu. Over here in the gunmetal gray, we have the Kuiu Pro Pant. And then over here, the brand new Kuiu Guide Pro Pant. The Kuiu Axis Pant. And then my rain gear is the Kuiu Chugach rain pant. And then the Kuiu Super Down Pro LT Puffy pants. So I'm going to remove all these and we're going to talk about them one at a time. All right, so first up, singularly, is the Kuiu Sierra Pant. This is in a really cool earth tone color. I do have some of these pants in camo, but I do prefer just wearing a solid color bottom pant. No other reason, just aesthetics. I just like it. I think the camo top with a earthy tone bottom pant is effective enough. You know, I do a lot of mixed hunting. I do rifle hunting, archery hunting, some muzzleloader stuff. But let's get down to the Sierra Pant. These are one of the lighter pants in my lineup. An awesome pant for that summertime scouting, and then also just wearing out and about. They're a nice, comfortable, stretchy material pant. I really like the fit on these. They are the only pant in my entire lineup that does not have the Kuiu famous side zip to dump some heat. With that being said, it's okay. It's a lightweight pant. It's only 17 ounces compared to the Katana Stretch, which is 13 ounces. The Katana Stretch might be my favorite pant for just out and about hunting, but I do mix in these Sierras quite a bit. They're also very light. They have a different kind of fit and a taper to the legs down to the cuff here and the ankles. I'll just start this whole review off by saying I'm 5'9" and 190 pounds. Got a little bit of insane muscle mass. It's a joke. A little bit chunky, we all would say. These pants do not have any kind of special zippers on the rear pockets. The only zippered pocket that we do have is the front cargo zipper there. It's a very minimal accessory pant. This is your just kind of run and gun, simplistic, lightweight hunting pant that I actually like the feel of. They're cheaper I think they're my cheapest pant out of the whole option. 129 bucks, something like that, or 119 bucks even, maybe, I'm not sure. But they are the cheapest pant out of my lineup, and they're an everyday pant that I like to wear out and about. Maybe out just doing yard stuff or whatever, going to the expos, just wearing a comfortable, slim-fitting, lightweight pant that is insanely capable of out running, gunning, archery hunting in those September timeframes, August bear hunting, setting cameras in July and June, hiking, fishing. An awesome option that doesn't have a lot of options. We don't have the zipper dump. We don't have zippered pockets on the back if you like to lock up your keys or your wallet, your phone, whatever. You just have one zippered pocket here on the front left, and some people might like that. There's just not many bells and whistles on these pants, but I do like the color options that they come in. I do like the fit, and I do like their capability of just kind of being that run and gun, easy, lightweight hunting pant. Recommend these pants for sure. And they double as a go out, kind of just everyday wear as well. Next up is my probably recent favorite hunting pant, period. These are the Katana Stretch Woven Pant. These are my absolute probably favorite pant out of the Kuiu lineup for kind of multiple reasons here. I have them in multiple colors. I just have them up here one time, and this is my newest color. Back to the side zip to dump some heat. We have that mesh lining so nothing gets in there. You can dump some heat. Zippered rear pockets, both sides. and some zippered front cargo pockets here, like the other pant did. And we have some of these different stitch kind of a different stitching theme on these pants in the knee than the actual Sierra. The Sierra is more of like a straight cut, where here it has a new seam in the knees, so it's kind of like it's just, they feel better. They're more tapered to the actual leg. These are recently, in the last couple years when the Katana came out, have become my absolute favorite all-around hunting pant. I wear these from Maytime into, hanging cameras down low, kind of getting ready, turkey hunting even, and then into my fall bear stuff. I'll try to creep into, maybe late September. If I was going to do a big 9-day backpacking trip like our film Trophy, I wore the Kuiu Attack Pant, and that's what's up next. But Kuiu Katana is probably one of my favorite all-around hunting pants that I spend most of my time in until the temperatures tend to drop. This is the lightest pant in my lineup at 13 ounces. So this is a great option for spring all the way into late summer when the fall turns to creep in and temperatures start to dip a little bit. But that's when I would transition over to the Kuiu Attack Pant. All right, the Kuiu Attack Pant. This is in the bourbon color. One thing I want to touch on really quick. I know I mentioned it with my very first pant about my weight and height. So these are all in short versions. These pants that I all have had up here so far are in the short option. The regular is a 34-inch inseam. These short options are a 31-inch inseam due to my waist size, which is a 34-inch waist. Again, I'm 5'9", 190, and everything in here is a 34 waist option with the short option if they do offer it. Some of these pants coming up, like the Axis and the Pro Guide, do not offer a short option, so I'm stuck with a longer option. That is the one downside. But back to the Attack Pant. The Attack Pant might be the #1 pant in all of the Kuiu catalog. I think it is the highest, most rated pant, 5-star ratings out of the Kuiu catalog, and for good reason. It's made out of a different material that actually feels like fleece on the inside, and the outside is still, you still get some good stretch to it, but it still remains super warm. So I will say, if you are a guy or a gal that tends to run hot, like sweats easily in the hunting activities, then maybe the Katana might be a better option for you. The Kuiu Attack Pant does run warm. It is a warmer pant, but I will say that Bobby tends to run the Attack Pant throughout the entire season. Even in the early fall bear stuff, turkey hunting, into late fall season hunts, Bob is just a real big proponent of the Kuiu Attack Pant. It has a very wide range for him. Bob doesn't get bothered by running and gunning and sweating and stuff as much as, say, Zach does. And I'm kind of in the middle of them, where I'm a little bit more sensitive to the heat, and I starting to sweat, and you get the swamp butt. Being a little bit chubby, you get the little swamp butt going on. It happens. I'm just going to say it. That's when I do tend to open up the side vents, and it turns into, maybe transitioning over to a Katana pant if you are running on consecutive days of just running high temperatures, where swampy is not fun. So you got to kind of dump some heat, but pick your poison. On a long, extended backcountry hunt like our film Trophy, where we packed into the wilderness of Washington State for 10 days, and it was a mid-September to late September hunt. We were out for 10 days from the 15th to the 25th, and the temperatures are that transition time frame where it's starting to be, 55 to 60 midday and get down to freezing at night, especially up in the elevations we were hanging out in. It tend to get really cold at night, and I'm not bringing multiple pairs of pants, so I wore this pair of pants right here, maybe in my buckskin color. This is bourbon, for the entire time. I don't bring extra pants. I just run one pair of pants and maybe a rain pant as well. But one pant, this is my one pant. If it's the Attack, I can handle needing to open up the vents and cool down. When you're cold, it's really hard to get warm. So I would rather err on the side of caution and just go, hey, if the worst thing that happens is a little bit of swamp butt and I need to cool down, then that's what I'm going to go with, rather than being freezing cold and you can't stay still to glass and you're just shivering and you need to be glassing effectively. Then I'm going to go with the option of going with the Attack Pant. It does have zippered rear pockets. It does have a zippered front cargo pocket. It does have some front seams on the knees, so just bending feels a little bit better. They have some stretchy material. I have some, battle scars here where, rocks or thorns kind of puncture, and it doesn't just rip open. You'll get a little thread coming out or something like that. All these buckles seem to be the same, or a little bit of stretch to them. Really like the Kuiu buckles. A lot of belt loops, so belts don't act weird. So there's a perfect amount of belt loops in these pants. Some of the pants don't have as many, and sometimes that bothers some folks. Me, not so much. But the Kuiu Attack Pant is a highly rated hunting pant for good reason. It is probably the most durable, proven Kuiu pant that they've ever produced, and the 5-star ratings will attest to that. So Kuiu Attack Pant is up there on my list, absolutely. This is the Kuiu Pro Pant in a earth tone again. This is the only pant that I have from Kuiu that offers this knee pad. This comes in handy. You can imagine it. You're crawling around, archery stocking, rifle, trying to lay down for a shot, bending down, prone. I see a lot of shooters wearing these pants because of the knee pad. There's a lot of times out in the woods we need to kneel down, crouch, get down to one knee, and this offers a little bit more comfort. It's not an annoying knee when you're actually out wearing the pant around. These are the second heaviest pant in my lineup because of the knee pad. It also adds some weight, but these are 19 ounces for the set here. Again, these are a 34 waist with a short inseam. These pants are super durable, and they're slowly becoming one of my favorite go-to pants for that season after the extreme heat. So after August, I'd probably be transitioning into wearing these more than, I might be trading these off with the Attacks left and right. You got that knee protection in there. They're still just as durable. They have the side heat dump here. A little bit extra length on there, it seems, on the side dump. They have zippered rear pockets. That knee seam is also sewn in there. And again, I'll touch on the knee pad. The knee pad might be a little curious for some folks. I was at first as well. I used to wear the Sitka, I think they were called the Timberline pant back in 2014, 15. And they had a knee that was water resistant, and then they had a pad inside that was removable. I did remove them and just kept or didn't keep it. It's not an option to get rid of the different protection for the water resistance on the knee. But these are not removable. The pad is not removable. It's actually sewn into the pant, and it's very nicely done. I feel like when you're walking around and your knee is touching this, it's not annoying. It's just noticeable, where when you go to sit down or kneel down, you instantly have padding on the knee, and it's going to save and help a lot of people. When you kneel down for whatever reason, you're getting close to an animal, you're stalking, you see some elk through the trees, you see a bear, whatever it is, and you just need to take a knee, you dip that knee into the soil or the grass or whatever it may be, or the snow, you're not going to get instantly wet and then just have this little soggy knee for the rest of your hunt. Let's say it's raining or it's snowing and you got to dip your knee down and take a shot with a bow, or to lay down prone with a rifle. Obviously everything's going to be getting wet, but your knees are going to be protected, and you can dig your knee into the ground, draw your bow back, and have that knee in the ground, and you're not going to be getting soaking wet. You're not going to hit a rock and make you freak out going, oh dang it. This is going to have protection on those knees, which is a very high contact area when you're out hunting. Whether you notice it or not, right now, you're going to notice it when you have these and you're being protected. So that's a total pro for this. Pro for the Pro Pant is that they do come with an integrated knee pad, which I've grown to like quite a bit. The pant, give it a solid rating for durability and stretch. Little less stretch than the Attack Pant, but it does have some stretch to it. It's a nice warm pant, and I would say definitely recommend it. Take a look at it for 2025 season. This is the Guide Pro Pant. These pants weigh 17 ounces, and I did a very in-depth, deep review when these pants came out. You guys can check out our channel. It's the Kuiu Guide Pro set. I do the jacket and the pant, but I'll touch on this just quickly here. These pants came out last year. I ran them for my late whitetail hunt in Washington State. They're a little bit lighter than the next pant that's coming up, which is the the Axis hybrid pant. This pant is that perfect in between of the Attack to the Axis. Okay, so it's a little bit warmer. It's right in the middle of those two pants. It offers a little bit more warmth than the Attack and a little bit less warmth, or maybe equal warmth to the hybrid, the Axis. So this is actually fleece lined. So this is actually going to be considered one of my warmer pants that I would consider wearing when the temperatures are continuously below that 32-degree mark, where I'm going to be in eastern Montana, Colorado, in those third season type of hunts. So November, maybe late October into November, or November into late November especially, I'm going to be wearing something like this. I'll probably be transitioning from the Guide Pro to the Axis pant and just taking turns with them. They are very similar in heat-warm ratio. We have dual rear zip pockets, the full-length side hidden zip, and that's about it for the Guide Pros. I think that they're an awesome in-between, little bit more warmth ratio than the Kuiu Attack, and then right on par, unnoticeable with the Axis, but the Axis also is heavier. So, you know, might be saving 4 or 5 ounces by going with the Guide Pro over the Axis pant. Speaking of the Axis pant, let's talk about it. Okay, here is the Kuiu Axis pant. This pant is the heaviest pant in my lineup at 23 ounces. Obviously, if you're just going to be looking at numbers, statistically, this should be the warmest pant in my lineup just due to the weight of them and that they are also fleece lined completely. I would say that the peak performance out of this pant is in that frigid temps. This is your absolute freezing temperatures, third season, November, December, late October. If you're really dipping up high and the temperatures tend to plummet, we have a zipped front pocket here, where moisture, snow is going to stay out of that pocket. We have a side zip to dump the heat. We have 2 rear zipped pockets, and then, like I mentioned, you have 2 zipped front pockets on your left-hand side, your driver's side, and on your passenger side, you have 1 zipped pocket. You have the integrated knee seams there, so it just tends to bend best with the knee. But these pants, I would say, are my absolute go-to in November timeframes when it's dipping down. Last year, I wore the Guide Pro in tandem with these Axis, and just to be totally honest, I didn't notice a ton of warmth loss by going to the Guide Pro, even though that these pants are going to be about 5 ounces heavier, which just means more material. So more material, I would just think, and attribute to warmer temperature ratings. So Axis hybrid pant, I'm going to go ahead and say late season, frigid, staple to my system. These are going with me in November. Okay, second to last, I will bring up these Kuiu Super Down Pro LT Puffy pants. This is not an absolute must, okay? I realize that some people don't go to the Puffy pant, but boy, are they sure an absolute warm glass of coffee in the mountains. I bring these because they're so stinking light and they pack down to absolutely nothing. Okay, I'm gonna just ball this up in my hand and imagine this sitting in your backpack somewheres. Yeah, you can't argue that, okay? That's just a simple crunch. Look at it next to my phone, okay? If you are an ounce counter or whatever you want to call yourself, you don't have an excuse not to have something like this when it'll change the way you glass. These puffy pants, let's just say mountain hunting, mule deer, elk, whatever it is, temperatures tend to dip You're in the mountains, it's windy, it's rainy, it's snowy, it's whatever, and you got a glass, right? You gotta continue to work. You throw these on, and you're instantly in a completely different atmosphere. You're warm, you can glass more effective. These pants are, to me, almost as essential to whatever you can compare it to. These are an essential piece to my glassing system, which is my hunting system. So I have the Super Down Pro jacket to go on top with this, and with these two pieces on, the Super Down pants and the Super Down jacket, you're in a completely different element now. You can brave the cold temperatures, the weather for much longer, and be more effective while glassing and hunting. The one downside to these pants, I will say, is that I have ripped the absolute crap out of them. I have a rip down here. You can see right there, I have taped it up. And then I have ripped them in the left-hand side on the knee. I'm losing my warmth, by the second with these things. They are a full-length zippered pants, so you can put them on in the field with boots. So what I like to do is unzip about halfway on both the top and bottom zip, undo the top Velcro here, and then you open that up, and then you can slip your boot. Let's just say you can slip your boot right through here, and then you extend your bottom zipper down when your leg is through, and extend your top zipper up, and now your leg is in. All you have to do on the other side is repeat. Zip to about your mid-height on the bottom, and zip down from your top to about your knee, and then you can sneak your boot through, zip the bottom down, zip the top up. You don't have to take your boots off ever. You don't have to worry about, oh man, I gotta take my boots off to put my puffy pants on and to stay warm, or I gotta wear them in the morning and put them on early. No, put them on whenever you want, take them off whenever you want. You don't have to take your gaiters off, you don't have to take your boots off. You can continue on by glassing with these. So that is just one of my absolutes. I can see some feathers flying. Wish they were a little bit more durable, but hey, it is what it is. They're hunting. What else are you going to do? We can't complain about being super durable, because then we're going to lose the weight. So it just is what it is. Try to be careful with them. I've ripped them on rocks. I've ripped them on sagebrush, just going too fast. I've ripped them, on barbed wire fence. Unfortunately, I've just done a lot of silly things while wearing these, and it just is what it is. They're a hunting pant. I use them in hunting. Unfortunately, you get rips and tears. All right, guys. Last up is the Kuiu Chugach rain pant. Again, maybe not an absolute must or a necessity for some of you hunters out there. I would say I'm a Western Washington guy, but I don't tend to hunt Western Washington too much, so I don't get that to say, oh, you got to have rain gear. But I will say, I've gotten away without rain gear from here to there, but I've been caught with my pants down quite a bit of times not having rain gear. So in 2022, 23, I said, you know what, I'm going to spend the money and get a full set, top, bottom, rain pants, rain jacket, and just have them and never touch them. I'm going to put them in my bottom of my backpack on those hunts where it just could happen. So having a set like this, again, you could get away with not running some rain gear. But for those hunts that you are going to have the opportunity or chance to get rained on, it is sure nice to be able to stay nice and dry. And these Chugach rain pants have helped immensely when I've needed them. They are sure nice to grab them out of your pack and put them on when you need them. Last November, I had my buck tag, Eastern Washington, in late November, and it was snowing and raining almost every day. We would put our rain gear in our pants, or in our packs, and just have them in case we needed them. The evening I ended up killing my deer, started raining sideways and snowing sideways. That's why I have blood stains on my knee and on my bottom of the pant there, because I ended up putting them on after I killed my buck and wore them throughout the entirety of butchering process, packing out, whatever it might be, and just stayed dry. Once you become wet, you go downhill quick. Not only just like you could actually get into a dangerous situation, but just mentally. You're just like, I got to get out of here. I got to get back to camp. I got to get warm. You start making excuses, and then you're not hunting. And that is the goal when you're out there in the mountains. You are there to hunt. And you might not think about it in that way, but being an effective hunter sometimes does come down to some gear. Like I said about the puffy pants. If you're cold as heck, are you going to be glassing effective? Or are you going to be thinking about getting back to camp? Or thinking about starting a fire? Or thinking about X and Y? Rather than tucking in and glassing when that is what you're there to do. So glassing is a part of hunting. I need to be warm to be glassing effectively, which is hunting. I need to stay dry to be hunting effectively. So rain gear is one of those pieces that may just be able to push you to that next ridge, push you to that next camping spot, because I got rain gear. I'm going to push on. I'm going to get dry when I get to camp. I'm staying dry while I'm pushing to the next camp, or while I'm hunting, or while I'm glassing, or while I'm in transit, whatever. I'm wearing rain gear. That goes for the tops too. Like, you got to have a rain top to keep that chest dry and warm, or else you're not going to be hunting effectively. And in the end, that's what we're trying to do. Chugach rain gear, top and bottom. I've found no problems with these. I really like that they have this bottom integrated leather rand on that heel, so it's not that moisture isn't climbing. They have a little bit more protection on the heel piece here. And I just really like these pants. Again, they stay in the bottom of my backpack. That's my 2 cents on rain gear bottoms and tops. You don't need them, nor do you need the puffy pant, but I do. I like to have those. I need those in my system, and that's why I have them. If you guys have any other questions for me, something I missed today, if you guys want me to review more pants, talk about other pants that I may have missed, go ahead and drop a comment down below. I want to hear what your favorite pant is down in the comments. As always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video.